when nobody else wants to. There's money to be made here. A lot of money to be made. Just heard from an agent a minute ago, said I had a closing move up. Really? She said, what do I do? I said, go to closing. I have my green sheet. It's for $750,000. She has both sides. $50,000 commission check. She said, oh my God. I said, well, for goodness sake, do you need me to go get the money for you? She said, oh no. She shifted with the market. She's educated. She became learning-based. She became motivated by giving her customers the best possible service in the market. Okay, customers in this market require accurate information. Give them the information. Okay, you're not doing a seller. Nobody does a seller a favor by pricing their house too high. All right. All it does, it gives the seller a bad image of realtors or a bad image of what. If a seller wants to price their house out of the market, okay, you've got to tell them to get in the market, or maybe they need to do something else about it, because it's not going to do you any good to put your sign in front of a house that won't sell. Listings are the inventory in your real estate store. Everybody in this room has a real estate store. Listings are the inventory in your real estate store. And just like bread, milk, eggs, I won't say cheese, some cheese, I guess, right? It has an expiration date on it. 6-month listing, 1-year listing, whatever you do. Okay? It has an expiration date. If you overprice the milk and the eggs and the bread, it's going to expire. And it's going to be worthless. And it's going to be soured. And it's going to be moldy. And it's going to be no good for anybody in the marketplace. In the meantime, you've wasted resources. You've had to talk to this customer every week and explain to them why their house didn't show or didn't sell or didn't do any of these things. The most important thing that you can do right now is go after listings in this shifting market, because you have the solutions. Every agent at this office has a solution for a customer that needs to sell a house. We're up in a market where everybody else is down 4%. We're up 66%, which means we're outperforming the market by 62%. And if we're outperforming the market by 62%, what do you think we could do on your home? The reason we do that is because we price homes right, we sell them, we help you recognize your dream, get out of your problem, move on. Whatever it is you desire, our goal is to help you attain those things. That's the hardest thing for some realtors to understand. All right? They want to drive around. I call them Gucci realtors. They want to drive around in their BMW or their Cadillac. And they're like, yeah, this is the way I do things, this way, okay? The realtors that make the money in this time get their hands dirty, they stay involved with their customers, they stay in touch with their customers, and they relearn the habits they learned when they first got in the business. You first got in the business, remember how excited you were when somebody called just to look at a rental? Oh my God, they called on a rental. I'm going to make $250. Woo, I'm on board. At some point in your career, no, I don't mess with that. I'm too busy. Every customer is $1 million customer. You've heard me say this a bunch. Has the potential to either buy or refer to you in their lifetime $1 million worth of business. See, if you treat them all special, what's going to happen? You got $1 million worth of business. Well, $1 million worth of business translates to $30,000 in commission. How many of those do you need every year to make a nice living? Many as you can get. So in a shifting market, it's more important than ever to lead generate. Okay? You've got to get real and get right, and you've got to get back to basics. And back to basics in Keller Williams' world, but in any business world, is lead generating. If you're not lead generating, if you're not shaking hands, if you're not phoning people, if you don't have them on a 33 touch, if you're not collecting email addresses, if you're not collecting addresses, phone numbers, birth dates, anything you can get on them, you'll be surprised how much they stack up. What do we teach in 443?
We teach the basics, and basics is...
I love the conversation. I've heard Gary Keller say it. I've heard Mark Willis say it. I've heard so many of the leaders at Keller Williams say it, and it's amazing. We're a lead generation company that happens to specialize in real estate. Lead generate, lead generate, lead generate. Pretty rewarding. When I used to lead generate, I would find out that so-and-so's child just made the varsity football team, and I love to go watch high school football. I love to watch girls softball, little league baseball, things like that. If you do lead generating right, and it becomes a habit, and you time block for it, you will find Yes, you have to train yourself. But once you do, it becomes more rewarding to you. And in a shifting market, what are you already paying for? The phone appears in your agent bill, right? Your cell phone you got on your hip. Use that time. We're in a shifting market. Rob Kinsey and talk about how bad business is, or sit in off the loop and sit around with the receptionist and talk about how business is. Just go take their business. It ain't personal. It's about giving the buying and selling public the best possible service in a shifting market. And I'll tell you what, this sells a house. This level of service right here sells a house. This owns a customer for life. Go above board every time. Every time, give them more than they expect. Shift, get real, get right, get your head around what you got to do, tighten your expenses down, email a lot, no cost, business cards, cheap, print in black and white on colored paper. If you're doing flyers, don't print colored. There's so many things you can do. So many things you can do. Anything to add, Vicki?
The only thing I'd really say to that is, you have to stay in touch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've had clients, everybody knows somebody. You go to the dentist, you go to the doctor, you go get your oil changed. I mean, this is true. When I went to have my surgery, and that morning when the guy was hooking me up for my IV, I said, "So do you own your own home?" And I handed him my business card.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting hooked up at 5:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But he owned his house, but his interest rate was 7%. He's refinancing it right now with one of my lenders at 4.5 or 4.25. And he is so excited, he calls me and tells me where he's at in the process.
And he's going to send you a friend before long.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the story about my $3,000 doorknob.
Yeah.
Go in, wasn't even looking for a doorknob that day. Hear a lady talking about, out of my divorce settlement, I'm going to get enough money to buy a little house cash. She went down the doorknob aisle and I followed her. She happened to work at Home Depot. She said, yeah, I'm wearing my name badge. She said, "You're a realtor?" "Yes, I am. I bought a doorknob. I need a doorknob for a rent house." "Well, can you show me a house?" Sold her a house, and I got a $3,000 doorknob. Mm-hmm. That's the best award I could get, more than any award anybody else could get me. Rookie of the Year, all that. It wasn't about me. It was about giving her a level of service and paying attention. And I'm a bad listener. All right? I'm a bad listener. But I heard that, and I listened, and it taught me a very valuable lesson. If you'll listen to them, all right, a large majority of people aren't happy where they're living. Okay? Wish they could downsize, upsize. If you become the solution to whatever they have in this shifting market. You know what? I was working at Train, and I was making good money, and I got laid off, but I got a job. I'm at the Target warehouse, but we're dying under those $1,500 a month house payments. Well, we're making them. Our credit's still good. Well, why don't we sell that house and put you in one that's a little less money? People want creative solutions. Okay? And if you give them creative solutions, you'll own them for life. Because back when they go to making money again, what happens? They're going to remember that you helped them when they were down. You help somebody when they, not you, but when they feel they're at one of their lowest points in their life, okay? First of all, you get a feeling right here that nobody can pay any amount of money for. All right? It's a wonderful feeling. But secondly, you've got a friend and a customer for life. And to me, that means more than me than all the money, because the money will come. If you develop those relationships and you lead generate the way you should and the way realtors are taught, you'll own those relationships. So, did I cover the material decent today? Mm-hmm. Okay. We're going to do, next Wednesday, we'll do chapter, 2 and 3 or whatever. We'll just keep going through them until we get them all. And I want you guys, if you like it, I need ideas, whatever you want to do. The Shift book is one of my favorite books. Millionaire Real Estate book is my favorite book of all time when it comes to real estate. The Shift book is a very close second because it was written for specific market conditions. But you know what? I believe our market's always shifting. I think it'll be timeless, just like the Millionaire Real Estate book. I think it's going to be awesome.
Do you have copies of the book for people in here?
I've got some on order. We ran out, and so we'll get some more and we'll get those in. We want to get you guys some of those. You need to have your own copy you can mark in. Those are wonderful. Take notes. Everybody learned something? Any questions?
Thank you, Jerry.
Just turned out to be more motivation than anything?
Oh, yeah, it's always good.
All right, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chocolate up here.
Got mine.
I'm gonna have to go.
Here comes Mike.
Get out of my way.
You got the kids today?
No, they go to mom's after school today, so.